Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. So today we see this treaty announcement. It says here, no one recovers until everyone recovers. World needs a post-COVID treaty to put nationalism aside and ensure virus stays defeated. 23 head of states, including Boris Johnson, Angela Merkel and Emmanuel Macron, declare in open letter. I don't know. Has anybody got any new conspiracy theories? Because all the ones I have had have come true. This is, of course, the globalism agenda in full swing, the first steps at a one world government. Boris Johnson and other world leaders have called for a global treaty in response to pandemic, similar to that agreed after the Second World War, it says here in the Daily Fail. It continues in the face of vaccine nationalism and clashes between countries. The Prime Minister, French President and German Chancellor, among others, warned against isolationism. They described the pandemic as a stark and painful reminder that nobody is safe until everyone is safe. Now, what do they really mean by that? A stark and painful reminder that nobody is safe until everyone is safe. It's just total nonsense rhetoric, which we have come to expect from these jumped up puppets. You can't make everyone safe. It's not possible. 150,000 people die a day in the world, every day, since forever, for all sorts of reasons. Accidents, illness, old age, all sorts of reasons. You can't make everyone safe. This is all now being used as a pretext, all of this baloney, for a massive power grab by unaccountable transnational elites. This is obvious when you see all the countries doing the same thing, having the same policies all at the same time, all wanting to bring in vaccine passports, digital IDs, track and trace everyone 24/7, social credit system, cashless society, great reset, pretending it's for your benefit. And it's not whatsoever, it's for the benefit of the 1% super rich that think they can run the world. It's really as simple as that. People like the Bojo the Clown will tell you, oh, well, we're just considering it at the moment, when they have full intention of bringing it in. Look, here's a job here for a digital identity assurance program manager working in the government digital service. Apply before April the 19th. Look what it says in the job description. The government currently has 5 major digital identity systems and wants to unify all of them into one program and one system following an independent review of the current GDS managed digital identity system. Number 10, Her Majesty's government digital identity agenda. This is backed by significant investment in 2021, 2022, and you will be expected to grow the program's existing team to around 200 people to help deliver on that investment. So don't be falling for that. We're considering a certificate, maybe. They are planning on digitizing your life, your identity, your transactions, your banking, all your details, medical details, work details, all into one app, one passport. It's a bit like, a life support system in an app. Your access to money, it could be cut off on a whim. Your access to services, it could be cut off on a whim. Your life could be held to ransom unless you do this, unless you do that. Oh, well, I'm afraid you can't access these services anymore. Digital enslavement, that's what you're facing. And why are they so confident that everyone will play ball and go along with it? Because over the last decade, they have got you all addicted to your phones, your smartphones. Well, now is the time to throw them phones away. Chuck them out. Get a normal phone, one without apps on it, one of them flip tops. Can you do it? No? Why not? You can still use your laptop, your PC. Just get rid of them bloody phones. Or better still, just say no to anything to do with passports, certificates, anything. No matter what pressure they put on you, and they will, no matter what company tells you to do it, no matter what business won't allow you to use their service, or what stadium tells you can't come in, tell them to shove it. Because once they've got you in that trap, you won't be able to get out of it again. Now I'm going to re-show a video I did a month or so ago on the dark future of digital ID passports to give you an idea of what they have planned. But before I do, thanks for listening, and come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com. It's the only place I get to keep the subscribers, and I want to create a network for people who are, a lot of people, I'm getting emails who are beginning to feel very isolated from this technological tyranny that is developing. A place where advice can be sought and connections with like-minded souls can be made. So come and subscribe to hugotalks.com. Here's the video, The Dark Future of Digital ID Passports. Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. So let's talk about this that was published last week on the UK government website, the UK Digital Identity and Attributes Trust Framework. So it just so happens by coincidence that the UK government has put this up on their website and are asking for feedback from the public. I'll leave a link below if you want to go over and tell them what you think about this. Now, we all know, let's not pretend like the governments of the world do, pretending like, oh, we don't know if we're going to bring in a passport or not. We know they really want you to get a vaccine passport. That is, I think, the ultimate goal. Of course, they've got to get you to have the jab and then get you to have the passport in order to get your freedom back. That is the line, that is the yellow brick road they are herding people onto. And we are hearing all over now about these passports. Now, all of these articles doing the rounds stating, we must put much more thought about consideration into how we implement the vaccine passport. And the truth is, they have been planning on implementing this for ages. Look at Ireland today. World Economic Forum Great Reset Leo Varadkar in the Irish Post today. Vaccine passports will be introduced in Ireland. No messing about there, just came out with it. The government in Ireland don't seem to have to play let's pretend games with the public in the media, as the public in Ireland seem to be ultra compliant. That's why the Prime Minister of Ireland announced today that Ireland were going into 9 weeks extra strict lockdown without batting an eyelid. He didn't even bother to address the nation in a speech. He just announced it in an exclusive with a tabloid. I think it was the Irish Mirror. Over in the UK, they are still playing the let's pretend in the media because I think they still feel there is a chance of some volatile reaction. So they are pretending that the passport is still being considered, like this mumbo jumbo in The Guardian today. UK scientists highlight 12 criteria for COVID vaccine passports. Royal Society says issues such as certifying immunity and data protection need to be considered. Okay, so this is an article that is attempting to show that the government and scientists are still weighing up the pros and cons of the passport because, of course, it's not a decision to be made lightly when the reality is that these goons are frothing at the mouth in anticipation to get everyone stuck with these passports so they can even have more control over you, track you 24/7, and continually then, once you are in the loop, coerce you into tests and jabs for variants that will be coming into the future. But that's not enough. They want more. And that's why I'm highlighting this on the government website, which, like I said, only appeared last week. The UK Digital Identity and Attributes Trust Framework. It says here, digital identities are an easy way to help us prove who we are without the need for physical documents. They can also help us to prove things about us, such as our age or our qualifications. The document sets out the government's vision for the rules governing the future use of digital identities. It is part of the government's wider plan to make it quicker and easier for people to verify themselves using modern technology. The aim is to create a process as trusted as using passports or bank statements. It then goes on to say the government is inviting comments and feedback. You can do this here. So it don't take a genius to work out what the plan is. A biometric passport with your digital identity, your immunity status, and then all transactions, I would guess, for the future cashless world, all linked to this digital ID passport. And then, well, the future is going to be limitless for their control over you. We could have, for instance, like they do now in China, they could have social credit scores. China's social credit system has been compared to the Black Mirror episode, Big Brother, and every other dystopian future sci-fi writers can think up. China's social credit system expands to all aspects of life, judging citizens' behaviour and trustworthiness. If you're caught jaywalking, your social credit score could be impacted. You may lose some points. If you don't pay a court bill, for instance, your social credit score will be impacted. If you play your music too loud on the train, again, your social credit score could go down if you're reported. And then if your score goes down to a certain level, you go under a certain threshold, then you lose certain rights, such as booking a flight or a train ticket. That is what's coming down the line. You don't think so? Think again. You want to eliminate freedom of speech? You want to be in a situation where you're afraid to post your opinion online because if you do, you will be reported and it will affect your social credit score, which is then tied into your passport, which literally allows you to exist, allows you to buy things. You want to give that freedom up to the government, who could then suspend your digital passport at the flick of a switch, rendering you unable to buy anything, or to get a bus, or to enter a shop? You must be nuts. All of the normies who are following the yellow brick road at the moment are bringing themselves to that destination, and they are idiots. And then, of course, much beloved of those Bill Gates and Klaus Schwabs of the world, we have the whole climate change agenda, and that would tie in beautifully with such a system, wouldn't it? It could be used to see how much electricity you have used, how big your carbon footprint is, and dock you points for not being climate friendly enough. Say for instance, one city in China, Rongsheng, it says here, gives all residents 1,000 points to start. Authorities make deductions for bad behaviour like traffic violations and adds points for good behaviour such as donating to charity. And then of course we have facial recognition is used to spot jaywalkers. And another example here, private projects such as Sesame Credit, hoover up all sorts of data on its 400 million customers, how much time they spend playing video games, which is considered bad, to whether they're a parent, which is considered good. That can be shared with other companies. One infamous example is Sesame Credit linking up with a dating site so would-be partners can judge each other on their looks as well as their social credit score. It continues, a positive rating means, well, you get discounts and you get benefits if you've got a positive rating, such as a simplified process with bureaucracies if you have a low rating. But then if you have a low rating, you may have extra paperwork or fees. Once you've got stuck in a low category, it makes it difficult. It continues, I see a huge potential for negative spiral. Such a system could further divide society, creating classes of people depending on their social credit. And this is where the comparisons to that Black Mirror episode pop up. So this is where this whole crap, all of this rubbish is going. Does anybody want this? Why can so few people understand that this is where it's going? The sheep, they will understand once they find themselves in that position, and then they're going to complain about it. But not now. Oh no. They're too busy going down the yellow brick road without a care in the world, thinking life's going to go back to normal and all will be fine and swell, because they've been told this by the media and the government, organisations who are renowned for lying all of the time. Look, as I always say, we have a choice. If you don't want these things, you just don't comply. But you need a large number of people to not comply. So share these videos, show them to other people, not just my stuff, but all the other people who are doing good work, and keep the faith and stay safe. If you're in lockdown, don't get sloppy. Get out, go and exercise, eat healthy, and stay strong. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to Hugo Talks. As I've said, if you're going to subscribe, make sure you do it at hugotalks.com. It's the only place where I get to keep the subscribers. When or if I get deplatformed on YouTube, all the subscribers will be lost to me. And I want to keep doing this with as much as an audience as I can. So yeah, please follow at hugotalks.com, and I will see you tomorrow.